happening, y'all? I'm back. It's me, resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington, and I'm here with my review for Season 1, Episode 5 of She-Hulk Attorney at Law on Disney+. If you have not seen it yet, you already know the drill. Come on back, so there will be spoilers. My apologies for this being delayed. For those of us who had the pleasure of seeing the first 4 episodes, we're able to get those out for you already, but then had to wait to see this. And also, I had a lot of other stuff to do, so I couldn't get it out to now. I apologize, but y'all here. Thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me the past 4 episodes. Shouts out to everybody who's here from watching me on New Rockstars, man. We just talked about episode 4, and one of the biggest things was MT brought up. He believed that Titania was a Hulk, and I told him, no, Titania's not a Hulk. She's just a superhuman influencer who heard the name She-Hulk and decided to trademark it. And guess what? I was absolutely right, because we see the episode starting off with the She-Hulk by Titania commercial, all the products she's endorsing and everything, and it even goes to the title card. It says She-Hulk by Titania. Like, I love, again, this sitcom has that, it does those sitcom-esque things. And, like, I know a lot of people are seeing a Marvel TV show and an MCU show more so, and they want the action consistently. They want the explosions. They want some massive level of drama, thriller, etc., and can't take the different and uniqueness for what it is. But I think that's something that, you know, a variety of people have to appreciate, and a variety of people do. She did a pop-up at the Grove, and the fact that Jennifer walks in as Jennifer, not as She-Hulk, and, you know, her and Nikki are there, and they see everything going on, and all of the different products she's selling. She's like, yo, these are all the same thing. And it's kind of like what most influencers are selling when they're selling all the makeups and weight loss things on Instagram, you see on TikTok, etc. So I like the fact, again, as I keep bringing up, how real life situations play into this show. You kept seeing that, you know, Jennifer was trying to figure out how to deal with this lawsuit. And she was saying when she was in office, she wasn't stressed, but she was stressed the hell out. And she was like, I don't like the name. That's just what they called me. But it became her name, and the fact that Titania started suing her for it. Now, this is where it got hilarious to me. Pug and Nikki need a sideshow. I think one of the beautiful things about these Disney Plus shows have been we have gotten some side characters who have become completely amazing. Look, we got Randall Park's character from Ant-Man, but to have him and Kat Dennings in WandaVision, phenomenal. Bruno and everybody in Miss Marvel, the side characters in Falcon and Winter Soldier, it just keeps on getting. And now Pug and Nikki. Pug asking Nikki to come with him to stand in line for a sneaker release, because my man is trying to get the Iron Man 3s. Let me tell you something. Somebody who just bought a pair of Jordan 3s using all of savings money, because had to connect to get the shoes, but to do that, and it was like, yo, to do that, and he was like, he needed to get 2 pairs, one to rock, one to stock. Anybody that knows about people with sneakerhead culture, you get 1 pair to rock in these streets, 1 pair to put up just to have on display damn near, or maybe even resale. But he did that. Also, his hookup was Alonzo, the drip broker. So if I'm not mistaken, didn't we hear about Alonzo back in Falcon and Winter Soldier? I got to rewatch it again. I like to try to do things fresh while it's in my head, and so I can get it out to you. But didn't we have him back when he was helping dress Sam and everything like that? Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. But the fact they went to Cafe Boba, which was supposed to be a front for superhero clothing to help out Jennifer as well, because Nikki was like, yo, Jennifer needs new clothing. She can't keep being out here, you know, wearing these man baggy suits. She needs to have somebody who can, you know, and get her the thing. And because the drip broker put Pug on, told him about a place that superheroes can get their clothes. So we go there, and the dude takes him in the back. And my man initially was like, yo, what you need? I got Captain America shield, Thor's hammers, got Avengers shirts. And his Avengers, Avongers, and Avengers, Avingers. Yo, shouts out to my memory of the episode of Martin, when Martin was out of a job, and him and Bruh Man went to a Whitney Houston concert, and they're supposed to be selling Whitney Houston t-shirts. and the t-shirt said Whitty Hutton. And it was a picture of Bruh Man in a bad wig. Like, if you ever seen bootleg items, shout out to all the bootleg Jordans we've seen where it ain't Mike Duncan, it's a dude in a low post with hips. Or some dude that's been doing nothing but squats all his life and got a Brazilian butt lift. Like, why is that happening? So bootleg items are a thing, but then he gets in and you find out also that Jennifer's at home sulking and everything. And I found out that She-Hulk is selling, that Titania is selling a She-Hulk Booty Boost smoothie. What? Okay. But I forgot to bring back why Nikki said that Jennifer needs to get some clothes. She said, you should dress like a lawyer. No, this is when she went to the sister, that's the attorney, and said she needs to dress like a lawyer that respects herself and not a football player pleading no contest to a DUI. I damn near threw my phone when I was watching that, and I was watching it on my TV. Because, damn, we've seen football players so to try to go into court. You see, like, yo, bro, did you just get out the car drunk when you went straight in? Did you have a suit on already? We go and meet, when we get to the place, we meet Luke. I'm all over the place with this review, I know. We meet Luke and a black dude who's the tailor. He's flamboyant and he's one of those people that's real eccentric. Like, I don't have time for you. You know, Nikki and Pug already had to go through this whole process trying to get in just to meet him. And they had to lie and say that Jen was an Avenger, which she's not. Because when they finally get in and meet Luke, Nikki's like, she's going to be an Avenger. It just hasn't been released yet. You see a dude who's in the back of the elevator, not looking where he's want to go. That's Frogman, y'all. Shout out to the homie MT for pointing that out, man. Frogman is out here in these streets. That was dope to see. But then one of the things, you know, trying to figure out how to plead the case, you know, figure out, they set up everything. You find out also that Luke made from what the mold looked like, it looks like Luke made the Fat Thor armor. If you see one of the mannequins, it has a stomach, so it looks like he could have made the Fat Thor armor as well as other stuff. He makes a lot of superhero clothes. Remember, we had I can't remember her name in The Incredibles. You always have somebody. You have what's his name? His freaking name is Goliath in Daredevil, who makes the Daredevil suit. He makes the lace, you know, the armor lace, the Kevlar lace suits for Wilson Fisk and everything. He wants to protect Betty. You always have that somebody who can make these suits. It's the guy in Invincible and so on and so forth. So it was dope to see that. But you find out that when she's doing all this and trying to get this, while Jennifer's talking to her new lawyer the sister that works in the firm who doesn't like her because Jennifer was only brought in as She-Hulk. You know, again, the sister's trying to get ahead, and then it's like, yo, you come in as this. And like Jennifer's like, I just want to be respected as Jennifer Walters, not even as She-Hulk. But that's another story. Todd, the dude she went on a date with who was obsessed with it, found out he's a client of the company. And Nikki them come up with a great idea to prove how she's been using the name She-Hulk in court, is that all of her dates went on dates with her as She-Hulk, and none went on as Jennifer Walters. And she was like super embarrassed to do that. And it was crazy because you had to watch a woman who, she was like, yo, this is the worst thing that happened. These dates were all terrible. Shout out to my boy David Otunga being back on there, you know, back like, he like, yo, she was all this and everything, being arrogant, all the guys being arrogant about being with her. And especially the one guy who we see her sleep with, who when the morning came and she changed back to Jen, he left because he didn't want to be with Jennifer Walters. And he basically demeaned her in court, was like, when her lawyer was like, would you have dated her as Jennifer Walters if she'd have presented herself as Jennifer Walters? Like, nah, she's just not my type. And you actually feel hurt for Jen because she's hurt sitting there trying to smile and fake it because her alter ego, her superhuman persona, is she's used that to make the dating profile. That's what everybody's attracted to. But she wants people to like and enjoy and embrace her for her. And I think that isn't just something that She-Hulk has dealt with. That isn't just something that women have dealt with. That is something that everyone at one point in time and another, men, women, and all other in between have dealt with at one point in time and another. And it very much freaking hurts. You know, and eventually she wins the case over Titania. And Titania has to stop selling everything as She-Hulk. You know, the judge rules in She-Hulk's favor, realizing that she has been using She-Hulk. She is She-Hulk. Titania has to stop everything. And her lawyer, Mallory Book, I keep forgetting her name, was counselor, Miss Book, basically tells her you can have literal superpowers, and a dude with an internet connection will say he can do better. And it's not just saying because she has superpowers, it's because Jennifer Walters is a dope person. But people don't want to see that. They don't want to see past the image that's portrayed. But afterwards, Mallory and Jen go out for drinks. You think they might have a little friendship or whatnot. But here's where it gets good. The episode pretty much ends, and then we go back to Luke, who's giving Jennifer the suit and everything. Her new suit fits well, and he says, I also made something else for you. So he's going to make the purple and white version of the Marvel suit that we're going to see her wear eventually. We've seen it in trailers. So we now know how she got that suit. Because remember, they also asked for, when Luke met Jennifer with Nikki, she asked for a suit that could fit her in both sizes as Jennifer and as She-Hulk. So when she expands and lowers, it'll do the same thing with her. But after trying all that on, we get to the end of the episode. Luke has something sitting on a desk on like the counter. He's like, you can't just leave this out. Client confidentiality. You look inside and it's the golden Daredevil helmet. So I guess that means that Matt Murdock is showing up next episode. And also I think it's a good thing that he is just now showing up over halfway into the season. The reason being, we now know that this show is we know now from what we've been seeing, this show is about Jennifer Walters, her navigating life as a Hulk, her navigating life as a lawyer, her navigating life as a woman, her navigating through just life. And we're hearing about a lot of different things, and we don't have to, we're having the occasional cameos here and there, but the story is still about Jennifer Walters. And again, yes, who's trying to steal her blood? We know the leader is now coming back in Captain America New World Order. I said we wanted Tim Blake Nelson back, and so is that going to play out? Titania is still a thing. Is Titania going to become more of a villain to her in these last 4 episodes? We don't know yet, but we do know now officially Matt Murdock, Daredevil, is showing up, and he's the one who makes the suit that we see in the trailers, because we're all reminiscent of the suit that he had in Netflix, and a lot of us like the Daredevil suit. A lot of people like it more than the Ben Affleck Daredevil suit. And so now to see this one, now we don't know if this is going to stay the golden look or if it's going to get spray painted red later. Things change in these suits. They do evolve. We've consistently seen that throughout the MCU. So that's going to play a big thing. And then so the episode rolls, but then we get to the credits. And here's where something really big, a lot of people did not catch on. When you see Pug's shoe collection he's showing to Nikki, you need to pay attention to a lot of the shoes that are in the background. He does have Frogman 4s, but what he also has is Deadpool shoes. He also has X-Men, Wolverine, and Cyclops shoes. This lets you know we already knew Wolverine existed because of a previous episode of She-Hulk with the news article, right? We kind of had the feeling that Xavier might exist in this universe due to Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness. But now we know they all exist because those are Cyclops shoes he has, not Scott Summers shoes. Those are the yellow and red visor. There is Deadpool shoes. So everybody exists. It is now a matter of when we are introduced to them. And I think that's a good and a bad thing. Here's why I say that. I have been saying for the longest, I am glad we're getting the X-Men. I don't think we need them anytime soon. The reason being, the audience at large, who is super impatient, will not let anything else play out, but only want the X-Men. And I think this does nothing but further it. I am happy to see, don't get me wrong, we know they exist. We got the word mutations. We know the X-Men live in this. We don't know if they're a group as of yet. We don't know if they're individuals. We don't know if certain members of the X-Men are individuals. We don't know how Wade Wilson has been doing his thing. But we know they exist now. Now, will they start to show up later in this show because of the fourth wall breaking? Again, everybody bring up Deadpool, which, by the way, as a reminder, She-Hulk was the first one to break the fourth wall in the comic books. You might want to check that out. That is why she was written the way she was written. Also, number 2, she is the exact character from the John Byrne run in the comics. I need dudes to stop being like, She-Hulk would never do that. Also, somebody wanted to say Stan Lee would be rolling over his grave. Stan Lee made a whole thing called Stripperella. Calm down, okay? Cool. But what I'm saying, to have all these different things happening, again, the Marvel universe is expanding. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is expanding. Why is it expanding so much? People are like, oh, Marvel is oversaturating itself. No, it is not. Marvel is literally leaning into what exactly Marvel Comics is. A large, expansive, immense, incredible universe. Marvel Comics are like that. Marvel Comics is consistent of a whole lot of characters. So why not bring that over to the MCU? Why not experiment to see what works, what doesn't work? Some people are going to vibe into everything. Some people are not. Again, the sitcom feel is for me. It's for many others. People in the comments say so. A lot of people want to just review vomit. Again, I say this every week. There are people who keep saying, oh man, this show just keeps being trash. But you keep watching it. You keep watching it. That don't make no sense. Also, if you say something stupid like the one dude said last week, oh, we ain't watching the episodes. We just watch YouTube reviews of the episodes, so we know it sucks. You are really even dumber because now you're not even making your own opinion. You're not coming to your own decisions and own conclusions. You're letting somebody else come to them for you. And I've said numerous times, no matter if I'm doing reviews, criticisms, whatever, come to your own decision. Watch something for yourself with your own eyes. But all in steel. At the end of the day, I want to know what you think down in the comments below. So go ahead and like, subscribe, click on the notification bell. If you want to send a lot of love, please hit the super thanks. Also, in the comics, be civil. Guess what? We're talking about comic book movies and TV shows. These are characters that don't exist in real life. It is fun to watch, fun to see it play out. Some of y'all gotta chill. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. The Mad Titan Podcast is back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in season 2, and my new co-host, the Jersey Jackass BC, is with me riding alongside, man. Everywhere you get your podcast from, you can go ahead and check that out. We are back every week, every Monday, a brand new episode with the two of us. I'm working on a new show with a homie to drop that's going to start at the end of this month as well. You are going to like that. And if you want to join and support on Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. That is the deal, all right? Holla at y'all next week for episode 6. Take care.